What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's quick Bitcoin update. In today's quick Bitcoin update, we're going to take a look at the 4-hour chart, the daily, and the weekly to see if we can have any clues on what is going to happen to Bitcoin next. So let's not waste any time, guys, and jump straight on into the 4-hour chart here. As you guys can see on the 4-hour chart, we are consolidating now in a symmetrical triangle that technically has to break out by midnight tonight, right? I said, guys, midnight tonight. So we know we're getting that weekly close today. We're getting that daily close today. We're getting all the closes happening tonight. So this is a very important day. Now, you can see as we're coming to this very important day, we are consolidating with a breakout on this very important day. If we were to break the symmetrical triangle to the upside, which would be basically our top of our symmetrical triangle to our bottom, and extrapolate that to the upside, that would put us approximate price of approximately about 54,800. Now, I am expecting us to move down from this triangle eventually, right? I do think maybe today we get one last hurrah back up to the top of the triangle, but I think, by the end of the day today, we are going to see a breakdown to the downside here, in my opinion. Now, if we were to break down to the downside, measure move target would put us somewhere around this, what do you guys know, right around that $45,300 area, right above where I think we're actually going to get the bounce. I think we are going to get a big bounce, like I saw in yesterday's video, off around that $45,000 area, more so like 44,866. We got a bunch of support back there in that area looking left. And also, as we know, we're going to take a look at a few of our moving averages and things of that nature to why I think we're going to get a big bounce off that general area. Now, that is kind of the 4-hour chart here. We are seeing declining volume as well. So watch for a breakout with up to the upside or the downside with a breakout on the volume. Unless we get the breakout on the volume, it's not confirmed. But nevertheless, we do need to see a breakout relatively soon for BTC today. Now, switching on over to the daily chart here. You guys know we've been talking about this on stream constantly. We did break our 50-day moving average. And once that was confirmed, we broke that 50-day moving average. I was pretty certain that we were going to move back down to our 140-day moving average, which is the equivalent of the 20-week moving average. Now, we are dipping pretty fast down into there. You can see on the daily chart, our RSI is getting pretty oversold here. So, are we going to need some type of relief rally first before we go lower? It's definitely possible based on this RSI being literally at a 31. We haven't been this low on the RSI since about September of last year. Actually, we were even higher than that. We're actually at the lowest point we've been since the March crash last year, which is pretty insane. But nonetheless, I do think we eventually make our way back down to that 140-day moving average, which you guys know sits right at 44,800 pretty conveniently there. So that is kind of the daily chart. You guys know the last two times that we broke that 50-day moving average, we did come back down to that 140-day moving average. Right here we broke it, right here we broke it again. And then last two times we came back down to that level. There's been a few times where we didn't necessarily come all the way back down, but also if you look back at 2017, it's the same kind of thing, right? Where if you broke that 50-day moving average, if we zoom in a little bit more here, you can see you came back down to that 140-day moving average. Same thing here, broke it, came back down, broke it right here, came back down, broke it right here, came back down, until you kind of started to held it at the end of the bull market. But you guys can see the general sentiment there. And what I'm trying to say is it's most likely we come back down to that 140-day moving average still here. But the daily RSI is getting super low. We tend not to stay that low for BTC for too long. Look at 2017. When we did get to these relatively levels, that's when we had pretty big bounces back up to the upside. So I am expecting a pretty damn big bounce over the course of the next couple of days, unless we get some kind of relief rally that kind of resets the RSI for us to go lower. Now, switching on over to the weekly chart. Weekly chart's getting very interesting. Obviously, our 20-week moving average is at the same point, 44,800, as the same as our 140-day moving average. But you look down here on the stock RSI, right? Stock RSI is another good thing I need to look at. When you're below this green line, that's usually a good time to buy because we usually don't go that low, right? Right now we're below. We are at a 6 on the stock RSI, 6 and 11 on the stock RSI. And you guys can see the last time we were this low was right here, which also marked the bottom of the last dip we had for BTC. You look back even further, you can see it marked the bottom of the kind of the March dip here. Same thing right here, but mark the bottom of the March dip. We go back even further, right? Mark the bottom of the bear market right here. right? So, I mean, generally speaking, this does mark our relative bottoms. You can even go back down to 2017, guys. Look at the stock RSI on all the dips, right? Right here, mark the bottom. Bam. Right here, mark the bottom. Right here, mark the bottom. Right here, even, mark the bottom, right? So when you start to get that low in the stock RSI, you hit that, you tend to get bounces. You can even go back further. It marks every single bottom so perfectly on the stock RSI. So it's a great tool to look at if you're looking for a way to kind of trying to mark the Bitcoin bottoms. It is possible you can stay down in this range for a few weeks and then get it bounce back up, but just keep in mind that it's looking like it wants to go a little bit lower here, which I do expect it to hit the $44,800 area and then move back up to the upside on the price action. All right, so that's kind of the video for Bitcoin today. Just a quick update as always. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like. Also subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.